what age is good to start weight training. So if you can run through, say, or this age to this age is a good thing to, good, these are good activities to do, and then kind of build it up to adult age. Maybe you can even start with for fundamental movement skills as well. So you have a pathway.
Yeah.
I mean, you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
I think that'd be useful for a lot of people. So that's why.
Yeah. I guess I've answered that question once or twice before.
I mean, we have had many conversations, but today's conversation is being, overheard by many people. So I have to tone down also what I say.
No. It's all good. I think the question is very relevant, and I think very often the question isn't discussed. It's not often a nuanced discussion. It's very often, if you do weight training, that's bad. Okay, so let's start with the definition what weight training is. Essentially, every movement against gravity involves some form of working against resistance or weight. Okay, but let's start simple. I think you wanna prepare your athletes to be able to do weight training at some point in time. So for that, it's very important that you master what you just mentioned, fundamental movements. So it's not like you wait until the athlete being able to do lunges, squats, jumping and landing, forwards, sideways, these kind of things. So it's looking at quality of a movement, and once the quality is mastered, you can increase the challenge. That challenge can be increased by more complexity. It can also be increased by more load. Yeah? So, and that's how you progress. So, and if you would want to follow that guideline of not doing any extra load until the athlete has finished puberty, at least you should still be able to work on these fundamental movements before, so that past puberty the athlete is able to do a loaded squat, is able to do a loaded bench press, whatever you want to do. So the answer is master the movements first, and once the movements are mastered, you want to progress. So again, you can put a medicine ball on top of that, or you can put an extra load. You can do it more repetitions, you can do it faster, whatever it might be, different directions. So it's not an easy answer like you can do weight training after 16 years. No.
Okay, thanks. I mean, I know it's a very difficult question for you to answer, and you did your best. So,
let's put it like this. I mean, it's probably a little bit general what I just outlined, but what we did back then in the HPTC, even though players were coming in that were 10, 11, or 12, what do? I mean, you still have to teach them the fundamental movements in the gym, as well as you teach them the basic techniques on the court, right? So you don't necessarily start with someone doing a back squat with weight, but you start with someone doing maybe a bodyweight squat. You start with a push-up. If the athlete can't do a push-up, you do a push-up on the knees, or you do it a little bit elevated. So there are always ways you can do these movements. You can do pull-ups. If the athlete can't do a pull-up, you put a band around, so it's an assisted pull-up. So there's always ways to train and make it easier for the athlete. So it's training.
Yeah.